Hello, everyone out there. Welcome back to Naija Knows. We got an all new episode. Hey, and as you can see, we got our person back. Tori's back. Tori's back. Hey, hey.
Oh, she's swinging. She's swinging.
Hang time.
Hang on. Walk around like this.
All right. So I am Nick Katt, as you all know, and then we have
Felicia.
Day.
And
Tori.
Yay, we are back. I'm gonna put our IG handles on here as well, so you can see where to follow us individually, of course, as well as the podcast page for everything that we're doing. All right, y'all. So listen, a lot has been happening. It's only the first week of 2024, and
he is hot. He is hot.
It's
hot. It's
swinging. Just everybody getting pop. You know what I'm saying? So a lot going on. The big one right now, of course, that everybody's talking about is Mr. Katt Williams himself. He went on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp, and listen, that podcast episode, that YouTube video was almost 3 hours long. I watched the whole thing in segments because I was working. Like, hey, Katt, I'm gonna have to come back to you.
Yes.
But I did watch the whole thing. Y'all watched it too?
Yes, absolutely. It took 2 days, but I watched it.
Get me some drink. Oh my god! The entire time I was like, ooh,
yeah,
ooh. All right. He was like, "This is my year. I've been quiet. It's my year."
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody can get it.
And I feel like that episode, just watching it, whether you believe him or not, you know, it's a whole other thing. But it felt like to me like it was almost like a therapy session for him. Like he'd been holding on to this stuff and wanting a safe place, like he said, to be able to talk about it, and he just let it all out.
Right. And I like the fact that he came on and he said, "Look, I didn't come on here to shit talk about anybody." He's like, "I came on here to respond to every person that's been in this chair that put my name in their mouth. I just came on here to respond with receipts." And I was here for all of it, because it just the calmness of it, the how he just came with just straight rebuttals. It wasn't necessarily attacking, it was just rebuttals. Like, yo, if they want to lie about it, that's fine, but I'm gonna come out here and come with receipts and tell you exactly from my angle what it is. And I feel like if any of them come back with anything to say, they're gonna look salty,
of course,
and they're gonna look petty. Because it just felt like the truth.
I actually like him more after watching that. I enjoyed him before. I enjoyed his comedy before, but after watching that, I'm like, you know what? I mess with you, sir. And you realize so much about him. I love the way he speaks. He speaks so eloquently. I really enjoyed that. I like this man. He's definitely a stand-up guy to me. So
yeah, you just learn so much about his personal life. It's not just him being, the song and dance on stage. He's like, I got 10 kids I gotta take care of. I adopted 7 of them. People don't know this aspect of his life and how he's like really a giver to the Black community. And I'm like, okay, Katt, learn some things, but you making sure you ain't skipping damn person.
Right.
that.
Clear for those in the back. Like,
had rappers coming out. He didn't even mention rappers.
Adjust my volume just to make sure that y'all in the back heard what I said. That's what too. I didn't realize that he was born and raised a Jehovah's Witness, because I have the same background. I was born and raised a Jehovah's Witness, and to hear the same kind of struggle to leave, because that's a hard one to leave from. But when you escape, it's a similar story across a lot of other kids. So it really definitely, to your point, like it brought him some more brownie points for me, because I was like, that whole struggle is 100% true.
Yes.
And I do like that since then there have been a couple comedians that responded. I think Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiley, because I did hear his on the morning show, his morning show. And I think those are the only two that have said, Kevin Hart did a tweet or something, just like, you mad type of thing, get it out. And then he moved on. But what I did like too was I was scrolling through Instagram and there's all these other comedians that aren't big that we don't know that said, hey, you know what? Katt Williams, did the interview, but he gave to me. And I'm seeing in the comments all these different comics and people that he just gave to. They did shows where they weren't getting paid. And if he happened to be there, he's coming and giving them a wad of cash. And I think that really, really, really speaks to his character, which, like you said, Felicia, it does make me like him even more because he could make a show of it. Yeah, I gave but he didn't mention any of that.
He didn't do that.
None of it. And he's been just giving behind the scenes for however many years now. So he's coming to Orlando in February. And I was like, I'm not sure. I wanted to go, but I think I will definitely be there because especially after this interview,
almost sold out. I looked right after they're almost sold out though.
Oh shoot!
After that, I looked yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like what?
What?
We can squint because he all this big, so we can all squint like the bag.
I have a screen. It's okay. All right, Katt. I said make sure I have my glasses. But what did y'all think about what he said about listen, now this is the funny part to me. When he was talking about Steve Harvey with his man weave. Now I always thought that hair looked funny. It was too perfect. It looked like a styrofoam like sponge to me. Like, why is it so black and so perfect? So the fact that he said it was a man weave is freaking hilarious.
Hey, well, you gotta think about it. Yeah, that head smooth now. It's real smooth.
But I mean, like, man, legs front thing.
No,
he had to do what he had to do.
And he's been balding for a minute now. He was balding before that. Man, yeah, if you go back and look at some of his older stand-up, he was balding before that. Like right in the middle, right here.
I said, I
saw a picture out there. Someone took a picture.
They said Steve had the yarmulke. So I saw like
the reverse yarmulke.
The internet will forever remain undefeated because when you're going to come out with something, people are going to do their research and they're going to run them receipts for you. And what I thought was funny is that Katt Williams came out hot, but at the same time, there's so many people that supporting what he said. Like even Ice Cube made a statement. Like he was like, yeah, he's standing on a lot of business, but let me just clarify a certain thing from my end. But ain't nobody come out and say you bold-faced lie.
Right, nobody. You can't at that point because there's too many receipts for that. Like that championship of comics thing. Somebody actually posted like
on that little racky Nokia phone.
Right. Somebody there's always receipt. Always receipt. Like especially nowadays, funny. You can't get away from it.
Everybody like, man, let's not even say that. Let's leave him alone. He bugging, he tripping. That's all they can say.
Right, that's all you can say.
The men are definitely hot and bothered. Like Ludacris, you was that bothered that you had to get a little freestyle to come out.
And then, that's the other thing, right? So even though he didn't say anybody specific, the thing about the light-skinned, funny-faced wife, nobody defended their wife. Did y'all notice that?
No, nobody.
I'm like, you ain't gonna call my baby ugly.
Right, don't talk about my wife. No. They all signed that contract that say if you get issued one funny face, light skinned, white-ish woman per your contract.
Right, and Ludacris is a lyricist, right? So I thought for sure if he's gonna say something like he has the gift of gab, the gift of words. You talk about my wife, he should be going in, but none of them even address that.
Out your mouth, right?
He should have went Will Smith. Yes, keep my wife's name out your bleep mouth. But nobody.
People think that people that speak out against Hollywood are crazy. That whole blacklist. No, Hollywood is the fakest thing. You could anytime someone shows me anything on TV and they're like, oh my, I was like, it's fake. Yes. If it's on TV and if there was time taken to video it was planned and scheduled at any point in time. Like even like any talk show, talk shows too, but like any competition that's out there. So you think you can dance? They're calling people American Idol. They're calling people 2-3 seasons ahead of time saying, look, we want you on the next third season, that's coming out and you're going to make top 5 before we let you go, but you got a good enough following to come through. None of it's real. It's all set up, and maybe they'll pull one person out of the line, but everything's a setup. But it's based off of who wants you where and what favors are going to be pulled where. And if you're not down for it, you're not gonna make it. Like,
and it's a lot like
That's
that.
why he didn't get his flowers as he should have.
Well, I got a question.
But he still never, like, they still never were able to like fully cancel Katt, like, ever. Like, I know that people like, you cancel, but no, Katt was never ever actually canceled. Like, he still worked. People still rode for him. People still came out to see him. People were real sad when he didn't tour, or if he didn't tour. People were always like, "Where's Katt? Where's Katt?" Like, I don't think he was ever canceled.
No. What was your question?
Like, cancel for real.
What was your question?
I got a question for y'all. Okay, so since we all watched it, what do you guys think about him basically touching on and kind of affirming the Diddy allegations?
He said
well, did we really think it wasn't true though?
He said he paid for receipts when they came through hot. So
what'd you say, Felicia?
I said, did we really think it wasn't true though? Like, he just confirmed it. Like, we knew what was going on. I mean, but we know all this stuff that's going on. But he definitely, yeah.
It's way too many stories, and like there's a couple people that I've met over my lifetime that, you know, are in the entertainment space, and certain rumors about Diddy, it's way too many of them for it not to be true. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Even if they might embellish a little bit, they base it off of something that actually happened, like stuff that is actually going on. And it's kind of like,
start listening to escorts.
It makes me feel. It makes it, and the Epstein list that just came out as a whole other topic.
Oh, I can't wait to that list.
But it makes me feel kind of like,
I saw the list.
Sick, and kind of makes me long for the days of like that Beyonce before era where we ain't know really too much about them. You know what I'm saying? We just listen to the music, enjoy the music, because I'm learning way too much about these people. Way too much.
Small topic though to that Epstein list. I saw like a rundown of that list, and I'm curious because honestly, to be quite frank, I didn't keep that close tabs on the whole Epstein thing, other than knowing that he had an island that was disgusting, full of like pedophiles. But like, the island itself was just an island for sex, so not necessarily just the pedophilia stuff, but sex in general. So I see this whole list, and I wonder if it's if people are thinking that everybody that went and enjoyed some of his services enjoyed the pedophilic services, or they just went to an island to bump uglies like a lot of people do when they go to like swingers clubs and stuff like that, but they may not necessarily have partaken in that particular piece, because you know every piece got like a side area where they're like,
there was other
want to come down this dark hall.
Names that they mentioned on there that they said they may have seen them at a dinner, at a party, but they weren't participating. Michael Jackson was one of them, but they weren't participating in things. So there's more than just, you know, like you said, more than just that going on. But with Katt mentioning Diddy name, I'm like, there's way too many people. And he got receipts. That's the thing. He says, at least he says he has receipts. I don't know.
But I'm curious of why he was calling Chris Tucker Christmas. Who got the gift? Who got the gifts under the tree? I'm like,
what's the gift?
No. The gift that keeps on giving.
Right. What's the gift?
Well, I remember I saw like there was an interview, or I don't know, a snippet where Michael Jackson was saying he thought Chris Tucker was really funny and he really liked him. And, you know, when he saw him in the Rush Hour and he did his, you know, imitation of him or whatever, and he wants to meet him. I mean, hopefully they were just really good friends, but you know, who knows? It's so much.
Wait a minute. What are you saying?
I'm just saying, like, he thought Chris Tucker was funny, right? So, you know, maybe they're just good friends. He wanted to meet him, like, yo, I love your movie, you know, and they just, you know, did a couple of pop locks and kept it moving.
And it wasn't anything more.
Right.
Right. Oh God.
Right. That's a whole separate group.
Yeah. But another thing that Katt Williams brought up that I thought about, which I have thought about, which I think was a good point, was when he asked him sidebar. I think he was just like asking him random things, which was kind of weird to me. But anyway,
yes,
he asked him about Kanye West. I did like his point that we have made Kanye West into this so-called genius because he writes rap lyrics and he samples old songs really well. And so now we're like, oh, he's a, well, we made him like he was a god of some sort. And so now we're acting like we're so confused by his behavior. Well, you made him think that what he says is law. Right, right. So what do you expect? I did really like his point about that too. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
I always thought Kanye was an idiot. Sorry. Like to me, he was never in his as a performer and as an artist and a rapper, cool. But to that point, I didn't take him serious. The moment that he ran for a ballot and Trump uses it as a distraction to split the vote down even further than what it was out of some nonsense and how many of us fell for it, I was like, I'm lost. And you could tell that Kanye, for whatever reason, really believing what's out there, and whether that's mental health issues that he needs help with. Kanye, for me, was never that, other than what he was good at doing.
And that right there, because he seems like he has mental health issues. And the fact that we sit back and we talk about him instead of the people who are in his circle talking to him, trying to get help. Yeah, it makes us, quite frankly, shitty people because we see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody's
we're just like enabling it for entertainment.
Right. Yeah,
because it's Kanye, it's gay, it's years, But look at.
But he needs help.
But unfortunately, when you get that big, you have to pay people to be your yes man around you, and that's what you end up getting. You don't get people out of there for your well being.
Kind of what we talked about, I think, a couple episodes ago with the whole celebrity thing, how we make these people, we pump them up so much. And I think one of the most, and the Bible says pride comes before the fall. And I think that is a very true thing. The older I get, the more I see that is true, because we pump people up so much. And when you start to believe your own hype, yeah, it can be ultimately your downfall, because there is a certain, good thing about humbleness, regardless of what people say about you. There is a good thing about being humble, because, if I start to think that, yeah, I'm the baddest, then I might start thinking, well, if I'm the baddest, what are you? You know what I'm saying? Then it becomes a whole other thing. So I think that, we have pumped these people up so big and so much just because they can, sing really well, that if they start to believe it themselves, it can be detrimental for them. And I just think, like we talked about last episode, 2023 was a year of clarity and seeing. It looks like 2024 might just be that too. And we starting to see some things change around here. You know what I'm saying? What you about to say, Easy Day? Because I can see.
David is out there Goliathing everybody. They are falling to the ground. They said, "Be humble, sit down." Famous words of Kendrick Lamar. They come from it. It's at some point that people in status have abused their power to the point that they think nobody's going to say anything, and now people are starting to talk, and now the momentum is building up and up and up, and now it's to that point where people are seeing that people are having courage to talk about their traumas and their experiences with these people. And to be honest, I hope they all go down. I might not be listening to much music because a lot of people won't get canceled, but
they all were able to buy their way into silence and buy their way into this lifestyle where, again, no one would tell them no. But I think, to your point, they're getting to a point now where money is not going to cut it. Money can't buy you out of this.
Yeah, because money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy peace. Yeah, I could take you to an island, but if your mental, that spirit is not at rest, it don't matter where you are. You're still going to be at war. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I understand the want for the, not necessarily fame, because I don't want to be famous, but the money part, I get that, because nobody wants to stress about bills, and we all got bills. But to what extent are you willing to compromise your integrity and your morals and your personal convictions to get said thing?
Well, apparently these people have been compromising it for many decades now. Just saying. Yes.
They've been enabled. Like the whole industry they're just enabling the whole thing. They paying you and hoping that you fall for it so that they can control you.
A lot of people fell for it.
Sure did. Yeah, and I think about that too, because we're doing this podcast. We want it to grow. We want it to get big. And it's like, well, I pray, yes, that'll happen. But like, at what point, let's say we get to, I don't know, whatever stage that the big podcast, a Club Shay Shay stage, like at
What are
what
we
point do
really
those types
willing
of
to
things
do?
start to, yes, at what point do those things start to become an issue or become a question? And how far am I willing to go?
That's okay.
to get-
I'm ready. I will knock everybody back down. Like, no, ma'am, we not doing that today.
We'll hold each other
Not
accountable.
now, not never.
That's
Everybody
right.
getting knocked down. Drug. No.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Stop being stupid.
We're like,
Right?
cats, we hit people.
Yes.
Sit down. Sit down.
Back.
Who told you can do that?
So let's make it pack now, guys. When we make it big, we not compromising our integrity and our morals to get there, right? We're gonna do it the hard
Oh,
way. Even if it
absolutely.
takes us longer.
No ritual.
No,
Virtual
even if
meetings.
I think y'all trying to go that way, you're getting thumped, punched, and mushed.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
So,
That's a wicked combination. I don't know. We need all of that.
Just in case, right?
I'll come
Tori got the thump, so double thump.
But like, this is just showing you right now. This is like Darwinism at its finest. At the end of the day, what you're going to see is nobody wants to pay that bill when it comes, and they're going to say, okay, well, I ain't sacrificing myself, so I'm gonna give you this person. You're gonna see a lot of people throwing somebody else on the platter to try to save themselves. So I'm waiting for these trials to come out.
girl, look.
I
think
ready.
it's gonna be a big year, and I was gonna put y'all. I always be talking about my Facebook because we having random conversations. And me and Felicia be like, you know what? Let me put that on my Facebook, and I post it. But I just feel like what I was gonna put the other day. We're talking about it on a bigger scale as far as celebrity and people that are known. But I say even for the individual, for yourself in your own life, I feel like all this stuff that we're seeing is also happening on a micro level. So if you ain't right, you got some mess going on, you better get right. Because it seemed like now is the time for revelation. Now is the time
Girl,
for
if you
you to be
better
on
preach.
Front Street. Listen, I'm a preacher's daughter, okay? Don't make me get my
Okay.
mouth on this stuff. But I feel like if you ain't right, you better get right. Because it feels like now is the time that these things are happening. So it has made me think about my own self. Like, girl, you got some things that you need to straighten out. You better get it straight
Clean up.
before all your business on Front Street, and you're gonna be real embarrassed. You know what I'm saying?
Tighten up.
I feel like the Katt Williams, overall as a life lesson type of thing, get right. Cause your stuff, my mama used to say, old people used to say, but my mom, what they say, whatever don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse or something like that. Whatever's done in the dark will come to the light.
Will come to the light. Whatever's up under your rug, you better get the broom and get it together. Get it up from under there.
The Zuckerberg is
Clean
clean
out.
the bunker, y'all. So what's coming?
Girl.
Speaking of that, y'all watched that movie. What was it called? Let the World End or the World?
Oh, Leave the World Behind.
World Behind.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You didn't watch it? Oh.
I gotta see, but I think I was at a birthday thing and they were talking about it, and they were saying that it was produced by the Obamas, which makes me think it's a lot of truth behind there, and I need to start packing up some canned goods or something, because what y'all know that we don't know. And I feel like a lot of stuff that happens in the movie sometimes ends up coming true.
Oh, absolutely.
What I do know is y'all better get y'all ASS out them damn Teslas.
Right?
That part.
Girl.
The Teslas was
I don't need nothing that's gonna be controlling me.
Like, have you seen these Lyft and Ubers that are automated? Like, there's no driver. They just drive you. They come to your house.
I went one in Vegas.
You were in one?
In Vegas, yeah.
Oh, how was
it? They had a person that was there, like, in case anything, but it's a computer driving you to your destination.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that.
You in danger,
person in
right? Absolutely.
Know how to hit somebody back in their head with that, bro.
In danger. Ain't nobody I can choke if they try it. They try to kidnap you. Ain't nobody I can take down.
No.
Fight in the car. I can't get out. The door's locked.
No.
Ain't nobody I can fight. Like, I'm stuck.
iRobot.
Danger.
That's scary.
iRobot.
I guess here we go.
Have y'all seen that too? There is a robot, and I saw a video with it talking and everything, and it's kind of scary because it does.
Yeah. Well, they have been in production for a while. You remember the first robot? Her name is Sophia, that came out. I think it was in the Ukraine, and she's actually a Ukrainian citizen. I think it's Ukraine. But yeah, this has been going on for years.
And they think they
Oh,
have
yeah.
sense and everything looks so realistic, and it's scary
It
because
studies your facial expressions and movements and your voice and tone. Like, nah.
No.
Do we need to go to space?
Yeah.
Do we need to leave?
Well, we already knew we
You
needed to
going
go
to
to space. The
space?
Earth is already trying to fever
We
us
in
off it,
space,
so
technically. We're in space. We're all in space, right? The universe.
no, we need to find a
space.
To
different
another
rock.
planet, right?
We
A
need to find
different rock. There it is.
Because the Earth is like, I'm having a fever because I'm burning y'all off this. Y'all itchy. Y'all humans are itchy. I need y'all off me. We like eczema for the Earth. We just, the Earth just
Yes.
want to just crust us off. Like, please get off me. It's like little bugs, but
Wonder how long it'll take us to get to the super Earth they found a few years back. Maybe we need to look into that again. Yeah, there's a
Listen,
super Earth out there.
if they gonna make it like
Y'all
this
watch
one, I
Interstellar,
don't want to
right?
go. If they gonna be, because I don't want to pay no bills. Where's the Earth?
Right.
that don't
Have you
pay
guys
bills?
seen Interstellar? If you've never seen Interstellar, basically the only way as humans we can ever find another habitable place is if an alien drops a black hole to get us to another galaxy in order to find a habitable space. That's the only way
So
we
we
get
need to be
out of
talking
here.
to the aliens. Got it.
no, just
Okay.
take
So we're the
just take
aliens.
me
So
with
we the
Jesus. I
ghetto.
don't
But we
talk
the
to no
ghetto.
aliens.
They not
Barely
stopping
want to be
here.
here.
I just
True.
don't want no
No.
bills. Just make sure I have no bills.
She's like, I don't want to pay nothing.
I don't
Can
want
we
to
make
work.
that happen?
Okay. Don't want to work.
If it's involving ET and extraterrestrial, Jesus, come take me. I
I mean, I'm okay
I
with
need
that
to
too.
be
If
in
I
your
can,
comfort of your bosom.
being yes.
I don't need nobody saying we intruders, and then now we got to fight for our life.
Well, I mean,
Take me now, Lord. Take me now.
I'm just saying, if you allergic to your own planet, you might not already be from here.
But
Like
we say that's a whole other topic, because we're not allergic.
Topic.
We're not allergic to this planet. There is a certain group that the sun makes them burn up. Anyway,
That's another topic for another day.
A whole nother
yeah,
topic.
but
neither.
but listen, Katt got the
Seriously,
streets
y'all.
talking. Katt also dropped some gems in there as far as, well, at least what I consider gems as far as life. And at least for me, again, overall, I feel like the whole interview and all this sidebar, y'all seen that dude that flew over the desk and fought that judge?
Like a flying squirrel.
They just doubled his sentence. I don't know.
He's not going to see the light of the day.
No, he's not. He just got 4 more felony charges on top of the ones he already had.
I think he was back in court today. I think I saw it in front of the same judge, and they got his whole face covered in a net thing over his mouth. Hey, Lord, he just proved up right.
He should have used his abilities for good. He could have been in the Olympics.
Right, he could have did the long jump.
The hurdling.
The hurdling, yeah. Or what do you call it? The pole vault? The pole vault? He could have did that.
But instead, he beating up people. Lord have mercy. Anyway, yeah, Katt Williams got the internet buzzing. We talking about it now. We'll see what happened, y'all. It's gonna be an interesting 2024.
Speak your truth, Katt. Speak your truth. I would suggest the rest of y'all just go ahead and stay quiet. Don't try and fight it. Let it pass, because y'all won't look nothing but guilty and salty. And he's like selling your soul out here. It's pretending like it didn't happen. So I'm curious to see if most of them are just going to pretend like none of it happened. You don't address it. You don't talk about it. You let it go. You don't say anything, because you're going to get buried each time. So I'm curious to see if that's pretty much what's going to happen. Are they going to not address it?
The ones that have responded pretty much did that. We're going to pray for Katt. It's okay, Katt. Y'all know he on drugs, right? Yeah, he crazy. And then they moved on. So everything that he said they was gonna do,
I watch it.
They did.
Everything he said they was gonna do is exactly what they did. So, child,
which was nothing. He said, "I'm a specimen."
Shameless plug, random. Katt Williams gonna be in Orlando February 2nd. Looks like I might have to go buy my ticket tonight. But okay.
Sell out. He gonna sell out. Sell off. Sell out.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for listening, for watching. We got all of our links. I'm gonna put our our individual Instagram tags as well as here we go. I'm getting tongue tied. The Instagram for the podcast. We're gonna have more stuff, more content, more episodes, everything coming to you every week, y'all. All right. Any last words, comments?
Just make sure that you guys participate with us, comment, let us know your thoughts.
Yes.
We want to hear your thoughts as well. We'll respond.
Yes. Like, share, subscribe, please.
Yes, we did get
2048.
we did get a
Year
couple of comments,
completion.
so we appreciate y'all, whether they're agree with us or not agree with us. Anything is interaction for us, and we appreciate y'all. We're glad that y'all are listening. All right, y'all.
So we ain't gotta agree.
Exactly.
Bye, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace out.